Ladies and gentlemen, it is Friday, early afternoon. The competition is over and we are sitting here with the reigning world champions, NMP PCH Hayabusa. Congratulations for the world championship. We have talked about afterwards. And here we are now at the 5th Dubai Championship 2015. And of course, it's all about Bob. So let's introduce everybody quickly again. Mr. David Growls on this side, Bob Jerome Nollet over there, Dennis Prate, Andy Growls, and Danny Jacobs. And Bob, it is your second meet with the team. The first one was in 2012, and you posted a 21 point something. Now you're sitting here after hardly any training with a 24 point something average. How does that feel?
I think first of all, after the ESL, where we did 21, I had zero training actually with the team, so all the exits, it was out of Dornier. I have never done any exits out of that plane, so it was completely out of nothing. And of course we're 2 years further now, and we've done like 100 jumps, so we've seen all the exits once or twice. So it's already a lot more than zero. So, and we've done some hours of tunnel training as well, some individual flying, and I think you can improve quite a lot in 2 years as well. So,
I remember when Dennis was the alternate in 2010, and he was watching the team perform, train, perform, and so forth. And he must have been thinking, Dennis, what did you think by then? Actually, did you, when you saw them train and compete, did you feel like, not only I want to do this, but I can do it, and you know, if I just get my opportunity, how was it? What were your thoughts in this situation?
Be honest.
Yeah, it's like you say. Of course, you see the guys, and you want to achieve that level of flying and of doing four-way. And the question will always be in your head, like, am I really going to be able to do it? But you have to have some level of confidence in yourself, to believe in yourself that you can do it if you work hard and you're motivated enough. And I think everybody can do it. It's maybe some people can do it easier than others. Maybe others have to work harder than if you have a natural talented flyer, you know. Yeah, but for me it was I was super motivated, and I just wanted to achieve this goal.
Now we can hand it right over to Bob.
no, I think it's right. If you want to achieve something, you just first of all, you have to have the talent and the people together, and once you have that, you just need to train. And I don't think there are any secrets. As long as you train hard and you work hard, you do a lot of jumps and tunnel, you're gonna get better in the end. So.
Well, let's turn to the veterans, the Growls family, who have seen it all and done it all from the very beginning. They've seen 3 or 4 different team members now, and let's begin with Daddy Growls. Alex, he isn't here yet, but he told me earlier today, we will be ready in 2016. So now, if you're looking at Bob, and you look at all the alternates that you have worked in and the new guys, how would you judge it?
Well, I think.
Be honest.
No. I think. What this meet showed was that if this is the start, it looks very promising. I think many teams would dream of the position that we are in at this moment, after doing only 100 jumps together. Now, being honest, we also know that we need to have a lot of more training to become better and win, or to become able to win the gold in 2 years. That we know for sure. We need to do a lot of training, one-on-ones, two-on-twos with each other to make each other a lot better than what we are now. And I'm not speaking only because of Bob, I'm speaking because of the 3 and the 4 of us together. So we must be able to put a lot of effort in our flying abilities, flying individually and also as a team. So it's a never-ending story, and that makes it also so interesting. I mean, otherwise it feels like, for example, for me, Dennis and Andy, that it's like for us, okay, this is the end station, you cannot become any better, and that is not how it feels. We feel like it's an extra motivation to first make Bob as good as what we are now at this moment, and then when he has the same level as us, then become even better than what we were 2 or 3 months ago. So when we were on our top level, we want to become better than that. So it's a very promising story, and we have now a certain, let's call it base, although it's not even a base yet, because we had to train like, yeah, what can you train in 100 jumps? So you had a little bit of wind tunnel, so we had to do, it's not panic, but to make Bob actually feel like, okay, you're one of the team, you're new in the team, you need to adapt quickly to what we are doing now. We have a level to achieve to become podium. So that was not easy, but from now on, now this meet is over, we need to restart again. We need to give him the correct matter of flying, the correct individual stuff, so that at a certain moment, that when he is doing competition, no matter if it's a wind or shamrock or later on in the year, whatever happens, that he is 100% or maybe 110% self-confident about whatever skill he has. So that is very exciting.
Exciting and possibly surprising. I don't know how many people expected Hayabusa to end up with a 24 plus average here in Dubai. That could have been a surprise for for observers too. Now that we are there, Andy, maybe you can explain to us a little bit the Hayabusa perspective now as of the competition. There is good competition, obviously. So how do you look at the? Well, we have Arizona Airspeed sitting there watching exactly what's going on here. We had the Canadians here, who were and beat you actually by a few points. So let's evaluate that, Andy. You for us.
No, I think after the World Meet, everything has changed a little bit for many teams. Like, we changed personnel. Arizona Airspeed also is changing personnel, and nobody's actually knowing what Canada might end up doing. But if whatever, I think is going to be very interesting to see what's going to happen and who's going to take over the next 2 years. And we're just trying to train hard. We're not going to put that pressure on ourselves to be the top favorite at the moment. We know that we have a long way to go, and we're just going to train hard for it to get there. But yeah, on the other side, you have also Arizona Airspeed changing up, and they also are going to have to take a long road probably. On the other side, for them, it's going to be, you have Nicholas Hamlin coming back. He's also a world champion, so it's still a little bit different. These guys are very experienced. It's just also slot switching, the slot cut switch as well. So it's actually very interesting how they're going to come out of it. So they're going to be very strong too. And then with Canada, with the performance that they did on the World Championship was very, very high level. So if they continue, they're going to be they're going to be top favorite, I think, for the World Meet in 2016 for sure. So.
At this point in time, do you think that it may have helped you, or does it feel like it has helped you actually, that a little bit pressure was taken off by the Canadians, Evolution winning this meet here? On one hand, you are the reigning four-way world champions for the first time in history, and at the same time, you lost this meet. So do you feel like it's a good and a bad thing at the same time, David?
I think the experience, actually during this meet we experienced everything what you can have. We were on the top place, we came second, we were close of losing, we lost big on one round, we won actually rounds. So I think everything what you can give to a new guy, this was the meet. This is everything what could have happened. This was the meet. And even though yesterday, like we did round 10, you were not sure if you had to do round 11. So even then, that was also an experience to give to Bob. Like, you know what? This is it. This is gonna be for the next 2 years. This is gonna be your. This can happen every time again. Yeah.
Was it as exciting as David just explained this meet? I actually, in fact, when I look at the high scores, colored on the leaderboard that I'm doing, you had actually a high score every other round exactly. There was every other round you did not have the high score, and every other round you had a high score. So it was really like a roller coaster. Did it feel like this to you, Bob?
First of all, it's my first major competition, so of course there's a lot more stress coming in than like for the ESL. So I don't know, I didn't really focus too much on the scores. I just wanted to perform as good as possible and make sure we didn't funnel any exits because we didn't train them so much. And I think I tried to hold back a little bit on the hill maybe so we could get some good arrivals, and then once we got the jump going, then we could speed up. But if we went too fast, then it might be over the limit. So it was just figuring out where we were actually, and the scores they came afterwards.
How did it feel for you after round 5, the disaster round? Was it round 5? Yeah, it was. Yeah. How did that feel for you? Did you feel like I'm guilty, I messed it up, or you felt like, oh, it wasn't my fault or anything like this? Any kind of those thoughts? I know they all felt terrible about it, probably. How was it for you?
Well, of course, it's a bummer when you lose a round like that, but I think you're just a team and you need to train as a team, and we didn't really had a lot of training, so we knew this could happen, these things, and it comes up and you deal with it.
Yeah, good experience no matter what. Let's get to a completely different topic. Thanks for all that feedback. Danny, we haven't talked to Danny yet. So Danny, how are you doing?
I'm fine, thank you.
Good. Glad you're feeling well. We're used to that, to those comprehensive feedback from Danny. So he's the best videographer and photographer in the world, by the way. You just filmed the 43 anniversary photo. Did that come out nicely? Did you get some good footage there?
Yeah, it was okay. It was the direction of the drop wasn't that great to get the palm completely in it, but the jump itself was smooth and yeah.
Fun to film something like this once in a while, I guess.
Yeah, it's always fun to have a little bit more persons underneath than 4.
Yeah. Just doesn't like us.
Cool.
More than 4 is good.
All right, let's go to this other topic. There are rumors about 8-way plans and all that. No comments? Oh, come on. I have so many comments already about it. So what's about that? Yeah, I had no idea, but there are 8-way plans, potential, possibly, and there is a name like Thunder that comes into the 8-way plan game rumors. David.
Yes.
Yes to we're
yes
doing
to
it.
No, yes. I mean, so we had a meeting under the new lineup, and one of the points that came up was having more fun, and the 8-way was already in our mind such a long time, but you know, as long as you don't win the gold at the world meet, that is your main objective every time again. So whatever happens, whatever plan that you have, as long as you don't win that sword, then yeah, you need to put them in the fridge. Now that we have it, it's a relief, you know, and we felt like, okay, we need to have like more fun. And Thunder was already asking. I mean, they were like questioning like if you want to do something, make an 8-way together with us. And you know, they're high level. It's top class. So why not? And then we contacted them and we said like, hey, you know, we have a couple of weekends off. Let's do some 8-way, maybe in the wind tunnel training, and also jumping. And we are not sure where it's going at for the next years. So we will see it in 2015. I think we have like six days planned. So it's nothing major, but the intention is to have something like really fun.
Well, you have your 4-way coach has quite some knowledge in 8-way too, so it would be pretty easily. Anyhow, picking this up, would you it would mean at the same time that your advice to evolution would be more or less like focus on 4-way belly if you want to win the world championship.
Not anymore.
Would you say that?
Not anymore. I just do both disciplines and it's.
Are you scared? What do you think, Andy? Dennis, we haven't heard from you in a while.
I think it's always going to be hard to win 2 disciplines, especially with exactly the same team. Well, like almost exactly the same team. There's only one guy that did it in 2 disciplines, and that's still Mathieu, and there's nobody in history that ever did it before. So which shows it's hard. And the French, they tried a couple of times to win both events, but if you have teams that specialize in one, you're gonna lose out on training. You don't have that much time that the specialized teams have, and yeah, that's what I think.
Oh, good thoughts. No doubt about it. All right. So what's a plan from here on forward? You're going back. You're going to take some time off now, or Andy? What's how far do you have already planned?
For the moment, like the Dubai meet was actually the first thing that came up to do with Jeroen. And now we're heading back. We have some wind tunnel planned, but we're gonna take it quite easy over the holidays, and then we're actually going to the Windoor Games. That's gonna be like halfway January, so we're gonna train for that as well, which is also gonna be a very exciting meet because Arizona Airspeed is also coming, and then we're actually just gonna focus more on jump wise. So we're trying to come to Dubai and maybe going to the States just to have a lot more possibilities to train. And then we're going to train very hard in Spain as well.
All right, last question. What are you expecting? The scoring average has been going up quite a bit in the last decade, let's say the decade that you have lived with Hayabusa from the beginning. It seems to plateau a little bit right now. What do you expect as a winning average in 2016? Everybody, just give a number. Let's move it around. And
Before you say that it's been plateaued, like you said, there was a different airplane at the World Meet, so and it was much more difficult than the one that we had in 2012. So I still believe that if you want to win the World Meet out of a twin otter in Chicago, you need to have 28.
I actually have no idea, so I believe Dave with the 28.
Okay.
I about what you said about the average being plateaued. I don't have the experience that these guys have, but I do think that the average can still go up if you can keep a team together for more than 4 years and just keep it going with that same team. But yeah, I agree with Dave. Like 28 above that, and you'll win it.
Yeah, I agree with what Dennis said. You know, like the thing is, like what Dennis says, you need to be able to stay more than 2 years together, and that's the thing. Like it's gonna be very exciting to see other teams like in Chicago. That's very close. That's only 2 years to already have 28, but I don't think it's the maximum. Like if you can go long, if you take like for example in 4 years, then I would say 28. 7 or something, I don't know, but I think for Chicago, yeah, 28.
And then if you can stay it longer, even more, then you can go even higher.
The thing is, like you can after a certain amount of years together, you create that expertise, like this, like
This machine.
yeah, this how you say, like this, you work more together, you have more possibilities, more possibilities to broaden your continuity plan, and you don't even have like an A B, but you have like C D. You know, and that's
Russian plan.
the Russian plan. It comes back. So
Well, the odds. One more quick topic, and then you're off the hook. The odds are that, and you have lived it and shown it, that the team that keeps the lineup for 4 years, on the top there where we are right now, wins. And that is
Canada.
The only team would be Canada keeping the lineup. Right? So,
Oh yeah, that's a lot of pressure. So I'd rather have them with all the pressure than for example the new team or the new lineup. So I don't mind.
there you go. So the first showdown, I guess the wind games will probably be a pretty interesting next step to see. That's the only team that has been missing it. All right,
I still want to make
absolutely.
one thing because we were talking 8-way, and then you brought up that your 4-way coach will be a very good 8-way coach. I don't know if you know, but Gary will not be our coach for 8-way. We have Damien.
I was saying Damian, okay.
Yeah, so we have a French coach for the 8-way.
Yeah, I just said, he is also, he has done it before, and
Yeah.
I had no idea.
Gary knows 8-way, but he's just too busy with us and Qatar that he doesn't have much.
It's also
availability.
competition actually, because he's a member of Matrix, right?
Yeah.
So you can't really do that. I guess he's just nice to you in 4-way, because he doesn't. All right. Okay. Well, thank you very much. And the award ceremony is coming up next, right?
Yeah.
Thank you.
See ya. Bye, Mom.